and gentlemen, I was called here to share with you a simple topic about this conflict resolution and some of the common crimes that you commit there that can threaten your life. And when we are in a setup of secondary school like this one, ladies and gentlemen, a conflict is defined as a disagreement. You can be even seated there with somebody and you disagree. So a disagreement, a dispute, or incompatibility, poor relationship between, for example, two of you, or between you and your teachers, between you and the parents, or between you and your own shadow. Do you know that you can also conflict with your own shadow? You look at it, you're like, is this me? So a conflict is like that. Bullying and teasing is a good example of conflict and how we can manage it. We normally find problems with newcomers. Senior 1 and senior 5. Then we have those elders who think that they are owners of schools. They even change the uniform. Find girls are tying the hips like this, as if you are the landlords of the school. Then you are bullying and teasing the other ones of senior 1. That is a conflict and it can cause a problem. Unnecessary fights. There are some schools where they can fight due to peer group. You are there, they say you have energy, and you start fight, especially boys. Out of blue you find that they are fighting, and this is very dangerous. Some schools you find that the people are fighting for relationships. You are there, busy coupling, which is very dangerous. Then when they take your number, you start, you bring the chest along. That one is not allowed in schools. Coupling is criminal and indiscipline. Parents, they sent you to study, not to go and couple. If you couple, you will get moderate, you will get, you know the curriculum has changed. It is outstanding. When you perform better, you do outstanding, isn't it? Okay? Are we together? So, disagreement over who is who. That is it all about scripture union, or it's about rotaract. Personality clashes. Look at some people, you can look at somebody you hate naturally. Say now, what is this policeman saying? You have a conflict with that person. So, we have conflict between teacher to teacher. For example, you can disagree with somebody over the teaching methods, resources like parking. You find somebody is quarreling with another person over parking. Parent teachers, where we can disagree over poor performance of a student. We have even some teachers who encroach on their own students in relationships. The other day we saw on social media a teacher who was arrested at home. He was conning a senior 2 girl. And we arrested that teacher. So that is a conflict. And we need to see how to solve that. So when you have these conflicts, there is a way they affect you negatively. For example, if you are a client of conflict, there is a way it disrupts the learning environment. Okay? For you, others are concentrating in class, but instead for you, you are in conflict. There is what we call, it can affect your emotional stability. Statistics show us that about 15 million Ugandans, including me and you, are suspected to be mad. Are we together? So I may be mad, you may be mad, as long as you are Ugandan. So mental distress is very serious, and if you continue in conflicts, you will get this problem. Increased stress and its cost of managing it. Ladies and gentlemen, most of you have resorted to drugs. Drugs, shisha, kuba. We know them, how you normally do them. Others you take, you put warrage in bread and you think we are not aware. You see somebody is taking bread and when it's very high. So we have told the management to go and check those who eat buns and put in the alcohol. You go in chemistry, you get 100 out of 100, kumbe you are under influence of alcohol. So we cannot take it for granted. Take note that conflict can be positive or negative, but effective conflict management needs us to be so wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, conflict is an opportunity of growth, not a reason for destruction. This was said by Papa Francis. So, don't always think that conflict is bad or good like that. Respective dialogue is the bridge that spans the end of conflict. And therefore, you need to always see how you can solve the conflict. On social media, we saw girls who were fighting. Did you see that video in Holiday? Yes. They were enticing a girl and then she was like this. She thinks she was nigger. They gave her one punch on the floor. Now, life is so precious. Kindly do not lose this life because it has no spare parts. The goal of conflict resolution is to win or lose, but find a solution that respects one's needs. This was said by Barack Obama. Barack Obama was once a president of USA. So, effective conflict management is about finding solutions. When you disagree with somebody, don't fight, but rather look for solutions. When we listen to each other, we open the doors of understanding and resolution. This was said by Mr. Bernard Tusabe, the patron of Interact Namugongo. When you follow, this man told you that when you listen to each other, you open the door for understanding and resolution. Therefore, do not kill yourself and you find that we are losing it out. Are we together? You are there. If you're happy and you know, clap your hand. If you're happy and you know, clap your hand. I'm not hearing the hands. If you're happy and you know, and you really want to show. If you're happy and you know, say I am. Oh yeah, we are there. So, there are ways, there are common crimes that we normally see in school. And since you are Loteract, you are here, you are representative, make sure that you always voice against safety and burglary, stealing. You steal someone's uniform, you change the name. You know the eye of the road is seeing you. Vandalism. You go and destroy the suitcase, the case of your friends. This is very dangerous. You need to avoid it because you would have damaged the property. Fighting and assault. I've been talking about this one. We left that activity for dogs, not for human beings. So whoever punches somebody or fight, you know that you deserve to be in canine, not to be with human being. Do not fight, okay? We have drugs. I told you about this marijuana that you take, the Cuba, the petrol. Some people take petrol. You find that they are there. The eyes are red, as if they are rapists. So, you need to get serious. If you are taking drugs, the Bible tells us that your body is a temple of God, and therefore you don't need to do it. Absenteeism. Some of you normally hide in dormitory and in the sick bay. That is also a big crime that you commit at school. You know that they are going to teach a very hard topic, for example, in mathematics, physics, or chemistry, then you start to pretend I've got a running stomach. Wait. You are supposed to go to school and study. Are we together? So, there is the problem of coupling. I've told you. As parents, we send you to study. We don't send you to go and get boyfriends. They will impregnate you. You are angry when you don't have money. So you have to be patient. Yes. You must be patient. You finish a degree. You go to Makere University. You join the police. You go to my level. They give you money. Then you become handsome or beautiful. But if you get a boyfriend when you are still at school, but they are lying to you. These boys are using you. Yes. Wama. Namugongo. They are using you. Because they are also poor. They belong to they belong to an association called SMAU, Stingy Boys Association. Gang-related activities. Most youth, we have lost most youth who are going into gangs. you are there, you sleep in drugs, you sleep in clubs, you risk your life. The other day we buried a young boy of senior 2 who escaped and went to the disco dance. On his way, he got the Bayari, the gangs who hit him with the Katehimba, and he died. Police picked the body, threw it in Morago, in mortuary. Your parents think that you are at school, yet for you in mortuary. It hurts so much. You don't need to be negligent so that life can cause problems. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to manage life, I've got for you just 8 strategies of how to manage conflicts and how to overcome and become responsible people. You need to encourage empathy and understanding against student or fellow person. As a member of Fathers Union, me as a parent as well, I encourage you that you should always have empathy. This is also in the book called the Bible. If you read Mark chapter 12:31, it says you must love your neighbor. So why do you fight? You fight over chupori. No chupori. You go there, you are fighting for chupori. Buru band. You kill somebody because of a buru band. Police shall come and get you. We need to teach you to forgive and let go of grudges by promoting a peaceful environment. If you read Matthew chapter 6 verse 14 to 15, you see that we are there. Are we together, young people? I remember when we were there in your age, very many years back, we used to sing that we young women and men of Uganda are marching. Do you know that song? Yes. Sing along. Are marching along. The power of education, singing and dancing with joy, together, uniting for a better Uganda. Are we together? 20 years I was singing that song, so you need to know these songs, because they unite us. Train students and staff to be peacemakers. Resolve conflict peacefully. This one was written in Matthew chapter 5 verse 9. It says, blessed are peacekeepers, like policemen who shall go to heaven directly because we are blessed. Hey, very big hand clap for police. But now, you are too mean. Very big hand clap for the speaker. Wow, that's interesting. Matthew chapter 5 verse 9 says the same. Remember, we are handling conflict. Foster a culture of respect. You are stalking. You are bullying. You get me? Some of you are interacting with people you don't know. Always avoid talking to strangers on internet. They will sacrifice you. Yeah, they lead you, they lie to you. You go and interact with a person. You reach the other side, you are finished. There is a girl that was lied on internet. Ruined here and there. And kumbe this man was a witch doctor who wanted young girls of senior 1, senior 2, senior 3 suspected to be virgins and was giving them money. Because of internet they went there, and guess what? Whenever he would take them to the shrine, they first start in big hotels. You eat very well. Chips, chicken, chops, what, those things of yours. Then when you reach there in the evening, he takes you, you go to breastfeed snakes. Cobra. Yes. So children, you need to be serious. Students, you need to be so serious. There is nothing like quick wealth. Be comfortable. Be contented with what they give you. Ladies and gentlemen, I must have said a lot, and yes, I've said a lot, whatever you can learn, but all in all, as I conclude, you need to know, do you have a vision that guides you? Do you know who you are? If we can do that, then we shall be much better. I know we have a lot of entertainment, we have a lot to do. Let me take this opportunity to invite my wife to greet you, and then we call it a day. Are we together? I've said all this for God and my country. Aruta continua, Uganda, the power of Africa. Thank you very much. Hear how the wives of police officers speak, the mothers of the queens and kings. And in you we shall prophesy that there is a lot for you in the future. We've been married for now coming to 14 years, but we are friends. And when we get such opportunity, can you first give a very big hand clap for my wife? Wow, that's very interesting.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Are we all okay? Are we learning something? Okay, that is wonderful. Today is a great day. We are happy to be with you this afternoon. And how I wish we had the time and we gave you an exam on a very simple thing. Today, if you were asked as an individual to tell us who you are, most of you would not even answer. Am I right? Do you know who you are? Do you know? You need to learn to know who you are, and that is when you will have a better focus for the future. Most people don't know, even people of our generation and people who are before us in generation, most of them do not know who they are. And when they don't know who they are, what do? They wander around the world. Would you want to just wander around the world? You need to have an identity. You need to have self-awareness. When you have that, whatever he has been talking about here, the drunkenness, the homosexuality, all those you will overcome. Why? Because you know who you are. I want you to learn that today, and when you leave this place, go somewhere and ask yourself, who am I? You can start by noting down in your notebook and put some points that describe you, your relationship with other people, what you like, what you would want to be. And when you are done with that, then you can focus so that when anybody comes to you to distract you, you will not allow, simply because you know who you are. And it is very important because these days, even you know it, maybe even your brothers, your sisters and all that, you will find, that is why we find people, for example, going home in the morning. Not because it is what they want, but because friends have called them. Can we go here? Can we go do this? And they will just follow because they don't have an identity and they don't know who they are. They will just follow. It is a sad situation that we need to overcome. When you know who you are, you will refuse most of those things. Because you know, I am here, I came here to study, I'm a student. And you will do what the student is expected to do. You will not find yourself in groups that are doing contrary things to why you are here. And that will guide you, and you will become a very important person that you even never expected. So it is important that we identify ourselves with the things we like, the things we love, and we remain focused to them. what you feed your mind with. If you just free with everything, you will find yourself with a lot of things in your head, and hence the confusion. He was talking about mental illness. How do we get here? It is because we are taking in so many things from everywhere, and we end up following each and everything, and we end up confused. You can prevent yourself from such by focusing on who you are and who you want to be in future. I do not have so much to tell you, but I'm hoping that is well understood and it will help you in your studies and in the near future. Thank you so much.
Yes, a very big hand clap for her, for my OG. In one of our master's degrees, we were together in the same class, and we are currently doing PhD together. 30 years back, I was like you. So you have hope that in the next 30 years, you shall so come here with your wives, and you also address very many people like this. God bless you.